So it's day 5 and the last day of November. So I'm going up to grab the stuff to continue building the Lego Hocus Pocus set. So this is where we got to yesterday. So let's just grab the stuff out and continue building. I can't believe it's already end of November and tomorrow is 1st of December. If you've been following Lego, we all know, tomorrow is the new modular building release. Unfortunately, I'm not going to get this day one, even though it's one of the set on my wish list. Unfortunately, I just can't afford it at the moment, so we'll have to wait. Hopefully, there are people buying some of the sets I listed that could potentially fund the purchase. But let's see, because it's very hard to sell Lego in New Zealand. I don't know why, but you know, well, I mean, I can sell it if it's extra cheap, but I don't want to make a significant loss. Otherwise, I have to sell a lot of stuff to actually get enough fund for the purchase. Okay, where did I get to last time? As I said before, I should have get a bookmark. I guess I can simply just follow the instruction booklet. Yeah, so it's been a while that I don't get the modular building on day one. But well, sometimes you have to sort out your financial well-being before you can splash money on another Lego set. I'm trying to be financially responsible this time. And like the new set's like $500, and there's a pretty nice gift with purchase from tomorrow, but just not nice enough for me to spend $500 on. And I don't even have $500 at the moment to spare, so we'll just have to wait and see. And either way, the current build is quite enjoyable. Anyway, it's been a bit later than usual, so hopefully I can progress to back 7 at least. But if I can't, then I can't, because getting enough sleep is also important. Otherwise, it will impact my performance at work, and that's no good. Although you don't put, I mean, we don't leave to work. Well, is it the other one? The work-life balance doesn't matter, but work is quite important. Because without work, then I don't get any money. Anyway, so now we're moving on to the second level. Which way I should face the Lego? Move it this way. Okay. Okay. So this is how it's designed. You kind of have a stationary plate onto it rather than a modular style. So the parts here, once everything is built, could be quite hard to access, but we'll see once we've finished. Let's just see if I can speed up the build. Anyway, so tomorrow I do have a checkup on my wound. Hopefully it's all sorted and I can remove the dressing and return to football this Sunday, hopefully. And let's hope I don't get kicked in the head again, because it's not fun if you got kicked in the head. It's not just like pain or need to see the doctor. It's just so many impact, right? Because even though it's nothing serious, but I did have to take one day off work. Personally, I don't like taking day off work because of something I did in my own time, because I do feel a bit irresponsible in that regards. supposed to look after yourself so you don't get hurt, so you don't, keep yourself. I mean, you keep yourself healthy, not heavy. I'm keeping myself quite heavy right now. It's not intended, but sometimes with not enough exercise and eating too much junk would really keep yourself heavy but not healthy. But anyway, being healthy is part of your responsibility as well, so you don't end up creating trouble for other people. I'm trying to move quite quickly. Hopefully, I don't make mistakes again. Like yesterday, I messed up the stickers, and there's no turning back. Where should I get to? Anyway, talking about new Lego release, it's actually quite interesting. If you um, go to line up at the store in day one, it really depending on which region that you are in and how much stock the Lego store get. And sometimes you do need to line up, um, and sometimes the stock level might not just be as good and not to get what you want on the day. But like Lego, although it say, hey, it's limited or it's new, it's not like you're not going to get it. Like it's still going to be produced throughout the lifetime of the set, right? So try to learn not fall into the fear of missing out trap. You don't have to get stuff day one, because if you wait, you might just get a discount later on, and it's going to be a pretty decent discount. Um, yeah. So the plan for the Natural Museum this time is to wait for a discount. I mean, sometimes I prefer buying from Lego directly just to get the VIP points. But then, if you calculate how much the points worth, right, it's actually not such a good deal. So it's better to wait for your local retailer to stock the set and then wait for them to do a 20% or more discount, then you get something really nice with a really competitive price. Um, but with all the increasing price of sets, even 20%, it's still quite expensive. Talking about limited edition, Lego is actually quite good in terms of they're not like, it's very rare that they're gonna produce a set that only have limited quantity. Once sold out, then it's gone. I do have other collectibles, and times when I was working in Japan, buying some limited edition clothes or sneakers or other collectibles, and it's really one limited run. So there are times where I haven't been in this situation where I lined up and I didn't get what I want, but there are times where people line up very early. Sometimes they camp out, and you know they end up not able to get the stuff they want. So that's the worst situation. Hopefully, Lego doesn't do something like that, because otherwise, it will be not as good as right now. Like you really don't have the bandwidth to wait. It's like you need to figure out how you can get the set in day one, and those set are like 500-600 New Zealand dollars. And that's not easy to do. And that's very difficult to do, to be honest. So it's the wall on the second floor. then just need to put it in. I wish they kind of secure this side before you actually put on this, or maybe you can continue to build from here because it's not that secure. So if you apply too much force on one end, and it kind of breaks apart. But of course, it's going to be quite sturdy once you finish it. And the way that this build is set up in the instruction, I already lose the orientation of all the Lego marks. That's okay. As I mentioned in the previous 2 days, I'm learning to cope with not getting everything aligned, as long as some of the molding spot not exposed to the most visible area, then I'm still okay. So maybe people can start using Lego to cure some OCD problem. But maybe it could make the OCD worse depending on who you are. But yeah, for me, I'm learning and coping. Hopefully, get to a point where I'm not that obsessed with everything in life. Did I got it right? I think so. So this is supposed to point towards outside the hole here. So I think I can get 2 bags done today, because you can see the remaining bricks here is not that much. We'll see. I haven't ate much. Oh, I haven't eat much for dinner tonight, and I'm feeling quite hungry right now. But unfortunately, I already brushed my teeth, so once I finish the meal, I can just go to bed. So I don't want to go and brush my teeth again. And the other thing is, one thing with building Lego set is different to you watch a movie. When you're hungry, then you can grab something to eat. Because if you try to eat while build Lego, then it's get all greasy, and I really hate that. Sometimes my 2 years old likes to play. Well, not play, but they see the Lego and they show interest. I don't really mind them touching it, but I really mind them if the fingers are not clean, and toddlers, they put their fingers in the mouth and stuff, and then get all the marks on the bricks, and that what makes me upset, I would say. And exactly the same thing, right? If you have a bag of chips next to you, and then you eating chips while building Lego, and all the instruction, all the bricks get really really dirty, which I really hate. So it's Lego is a hobby that doesn't allow you to eat while you build. Drink, of course you can, but there's always the risk of spilling the drink. But at least I'm just drinking water right now. Imagine you're drinking something get sticky once it's dry up, like a can of Coke or something like that. Those are the thing that, or you having a cup of soup, something, and you spill on Lego. Imagine you spill on the parts where you just put stickers on. That would be nightmare. Why am I thinking all this nightmare scenario? I should just think about the positive things about this set, and enjoy the build rather than thinking all this negative stuff. Right? You always need to have some positive thinking. Um, yeah, so far it's a very enjoyable building experience so far. Yeah. the other thing I was thinking is like maybe I should still once I this is more like a documentary of me spending my free time with Lego, right? Maybe I should still make some video, once I finish, because like in this type of video, as I mentioned yesterday, it's hard to showcase some of the really cool stuff um, in a close up. So maybe after finish building sets like this, I should do a quick review video. Um, but maybe I need to change how I do review a little bit to make it more interesting. I always have that idea, but one of my ideas like, oh, okay, imagine, right, you build a Lego set and you spend time and create a song or freestyle um, rap about the set, uh, both praising and criticizing it. That would be something cool. Nobody has done that before, but that would require some time unless you are extremely talented. First, I don't even have a beat in my head, um, and figuring out the words, the lyrics to describe the set, and every set's different. And at the same time, you don't want to go into the same template. Otherwise, it's interesting the first time you do it, and then it gets boring. You keep repeating the same template, right? But yeah, that was just an idea. Right now, I have no intention to do something like that. Maybe when I have more time, things are more settled around different things, then maybe I can think about that. Because right now, I just don't want to think about or spend time to create something more like I just want to enjoy the stuff that I bought. Um, that's the main thing. So I really don't want a situation where you know not the extreme like you lose the ability to feel something, but um, what's that? In a situation where you need to sell the thing, I'd rather sell it second hand than brand new sealed it. It will be quite sad. It's like even you don't get a chance, you don't even get the chance to enjoy it, and then you have to sell it. Um, Hopefully, I'm not going to end up in such situation, but I really don't know. Uh, Things are not going to get any easier next year. Um, that's one of my worries, to be honest. And it's giving me a lot of stress. There's a situation where you lack sleep, and even you sleep a bit more, but you still feel tired because the thing's just in your mind and you can't get it out, and it kind of eats your energy away. Um, and funny thing is, if you go do some exercise, although physically you get tired, but then it kind of takes those stressful thoughts out of your mind. Um, but then it kind of come back and you get more stressful afterwards. So the only way to mitigate the stress is to figure out way to increase the income, so the financial stress not going to be the problem. Uh, but we should stop talking all this not so positive things. Talk about the positive stuff. Uh, what are the positive stuff? Um, No, I don't have any positive stuff in my mind, right? It's like, um, you know, what Joker said in the Joker movie. All I have are negative thoughts. That's not true. I do have, my thoughts are not as negative as the Joker. I wouldn't say, the stuff that I just discussed about negative though. It's like pretty normal in the current climate. Did I get the thing right? Hopefully I do. So let's say spider web. Um, so like this is back 6, and the next one is back 7. I think when I first opened, I counted there's like 15. I think the 15 backs. I mean, not 15 backs, but the numbering of the backs goes up to 15. So if I finish the next back, like back 7, then I can say I'm 50% through this set. And so far, it looks pretty cool. The size is just right. Um, it's gonna be a really nice display piece, to be honest. And because it's kind of standalone, you don't need to worry about, hey, how are you gonna fit in the CD, right? Because, well, of course, if you have big CD layout and you want to fit into it, then you need to think about it. But like, if you don't have a big CD layout and just like to um, displaying Lego sets on a shelves or some form like that, then this is a pretty good set. It's looking nice. It's not that tall. Sometimes some of the really cool big set, even though it looks really good standalone, you just don't know where to put it because it's so freaking tall. Um, and typically the shelves, like if you got something like too high, uh, then it just can't fit into it, and then you're limited with only a few particular space for you to put those in. Um, so if I have a magic wand now, I want to have unlimited space. For money, I can go work and try to figure it out, but space, right? It's like you can never catch up, no matter how hard you work. Uh, unless you like, having a multi-billion dollars business, um, then you might able to afford the space whenever you need more. But then even you can afford it, right? The space. Let's say if you have a piece of land and you can build a very big house or something like that. It doesn't happen like overnight though. You know, depending on how big the construction is, it can be quite lengthy for that to be completed. And yeah, we finished spec 6. Let me just check what time it is. 10:38. Yeah, I think we can continue and with spec 7. Let me see. Okay, 7. Still no minifigures. I think we'll have to wait until something further down the line to have another minifigure. And it's not such a big one, so if I can finish this in 10-15 minutes, maybe I can challenge another one, but it depends on how much the next one is gonna be. we'll see, we'll see. Because I really need some sleep today. Even during lunch, I was just, right before lunch, I kind of fell asleep. Not during work though, it's during my break, like, 'cause I was waiting for lunch to be ready, and just sitting there and just fell asleep. So that's a sign that I need not just more sleep, I think like better sleep. So yeah, it's hard to get like good sleep, right? The only time that you get really good sleep and good rest is like you got sick, and then in the beginning of any sickness, it's still hard to get some rest, but like on the road of recovery, then you start to get some really, really good rest. And then once you fully recover, and then you go back to the spiral, um, draining your energy. I don't know, maybe that's a lifestyle thing that I need to try harder to change, to get a healthier lifestyle. Not in terms of like routine and stuff. It's just mentally to be much more. I don't know what's the correct word to describe. It's like you're kind of doing everything right. Everything seems so good, but you know, is it to do with stress? Maybe to do with stress. But anyway, um, to be honest, I'm not sure exactly what part of the building that I'm building, but there are lots of small parts, so I think there will be some interior decorations. Um, even though it's a small bag, there are lots of small things and the similar bricks, but different color. Hopefully, I don't pick the wrong color until it's too late. Yeah, trying to figure out where where the piece is supposed to be. Yeah. So yeah, and today working from home, so back with the classes, I keep slipping down. Mm, Oh yeah, and tomorrow there's also the release of the Oriental Express. It's also from Lego Ideas. The tray itself looks really nice. But again, when like watching all the videos and some of the early reviews, um, and also some of the article from the Lego designer, um, they want to make a model that represent all the details of the Oriental, not Oriental, the Orient Express. Um, so they couldn't. I mean, they potentially could. They just don't want to spend more resource to figure out how to motorize the train. And then there are lots of videos online to figure out how to motorize it. But look at the size of the train. So unless you have a really, really, really big track setup, even you motorize it, it's kind of boring, because if you get just a single loop, it's like half of the loop already taken up by the train, so you don't get much joy from it. Um, that's why it's supposed to be a display model. Um, and it costs also $500. So imagine if you go trying to buy the Orient Express and also the Natural Museum, and that's $1,000. gone in a second. That's a lot of money. Sometimes I'm shocked. Like, a few years ago, you don't really get sets like $500-600. So it's very rarely that you need to go. You came out from the Lego store with four four figures. Um, four figures. You probably, depending on the set, you kind of came out with many figures. But I mean, monetarized, well, money wise, four figures. I only done that once, but it's not going to shop. It's just find the full wave online. There was some fun times. I wish I can do the same recently, but really I can't. And the other thing is, those sets are quite big, right? It's like it's not just about money. It's like, okay, you already have so many sets. Do you really have the space to display it? The one thing I wish Lego would do is to pace down on the number of big sets. Small sets, yeah, you can release as many as possible, but the big one, right? And it's not like, hey, they gonna have a longer time span. They kind of release kind of within the same window, so sometimes they kind of retire at a similar time as well, which makes it difficult. Sometimes once especially if it's after it's retired, then the aftermarket price kind of shoot up. I know it's hard to sell Lego, but then one of the reasons is like, even for myself, when I try to get something already retired and look at the price. I mean, it doesn't have to be very expensive, but it's like if you got a small set with a very desirable minifigure at, let's say, while in its lifetime, then you might get it with 25% off from shelf, and then suddenly you need to pay like 4 or 5 times of the original recommended retail price, right? I have to have lots of spare money to able to convince myself to spend that money on something like this. It just doesn't make sense. Maybe that's why some of my set are not selling. I didn't check up any prices on the set that I'm selling. It's all based on Bricklink, the average recent sell price. So, well, it's market price, okay, but not like ridiculously expensive. Especially the one that I list on Facebook is actually a little bit cheaper. But the one that I list on Trade Middle, then I factor in the fees that Trade Me will take from me. Because if I don't factor that in, then I might lose money on it. So that's one thing. I thought there's no minifigure, but you to get the skeleton. I really like Lego skeleton. I have an army of Lego skeleton. Maybe I should at some point to showcase them. This is the new style of skeleton. If you have the older classic pirate set or castle set, they have the skeleton with the arm rather than stationary, like it will just flip around. Those are much more cooler and looks much more like a skeleton. Anyway, so the skeleton kind of put in here. So there's nothing to secure it, so it's a bit loose. So probably if you move the set around, then the skeleton will fell over and it's going to be in this angle over here. So let me just wait. Okay. Did I miss something? No, I didn't. Yeah. Okay. All right. Yep. Perfect. Okay. Now I have to apply stickers again. Hopefully, I don't mess up the sticker this time. Should be easier to say, flat surface rather than irregular shape. So this are the one that is easier to apply. Having said that, because this is a quite long one, so there always the risk things go misaligned. Let me just focus on it a little bit. The problem is my hand shakes, so sometimes it's hard for it to align properly. So I think I done this one quite well. We'll see what next. So when I do this, okay, here and then got another one. There's very similar. To be honest, this set doesn't have much stickers, so just one sticker sheet, right? So that's good. That's a good thing. Sometimes if you buy a set from like Speed Champions, because lots of things they just can't print, so they have to rely on stickers to give those some of the texture and stuff. And those are small stickers too. So stickers too big or stickers too small. Usually those are the one that are difficult to apply. Sorry, I have to do it facing me, otherwise I will slow my progress. Because I actually have some other set that I really want to do before Christmas. So yeah, I need to speed up. And I think I would just stop at back 7A. Okay, so this is all there, and there's some other artifacts to build here. Yeah. I'm not sure if any of you enjoy football, but this is a Champions League. There's some very surprising result. For example, this morning we have Arsenal playing Lens from France. I know I'm very confident that Arsenal would win, but not by the margin that they did. So they score like 5 goals against their opponent before halftime. That was something unexpected. And so I need to switch here to build something in that corner. And this is why even though you don't see much stuff, sometimes it takes time because some of the things not easy to build. I mean, it's not difficult. It's just because it's small, it's limited space. You will end up spending more time. And now we're building a bookshelf. there's nothing new. The style of building, having this tile stacked together to present different books, it's quite common. The first time I encountered this, I think it's a Doctor Strange set, not the recent one, the first movie. So around like 2016. That was quite interesting when they first. I think that was the first. Maybe they introduced similar techniques in other set earlier, but that was the first set that I built bookshelf like this, and I thought that was really cool. And then since then, and lots of other sets, they use the same techniques in the in interior, um, and it gets boring. It's like, oh, okay, this again. Um, so sometimes being a Lego designer can be a very tough job because you can't repeat similar stuff at the same time. So it's like you can't just design something really 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 detailed and looking great, but also like figuring like new ways so that the building experience continue to be refreshing. That's not easy. And, hence they keep creating um, new molds or new shapes, so it kind of create a different experience. This part though, like earlier we've got big base plate here just put on top, but there's no support down there. So just be careful, don't apply too much pressure because this is actually the weaker point, and if you can actually break it if you wanted to. But yeah, so just something to watch out if you know already bought the set, or you can buy the set and going to build it at some point. Those are stuff that you know be aware. And there's a broomstick to stick out like this. Mm. And this set got lots of things that not really secure. um, I mean, it's not a bad thing. They have the reason for it, but you know it can be annoying at times. um, because I think just will like move apart. And then next one is building a bed again. You know, bad building in not bad building, bad building. It's also when you build lots of like modular buildings or big sets like this, even small sets that kind of represent a house or some kind of accommodation. Recently, there are lots of um, you know different style of beds that you need to build. The first few times it's like, oh yeah, 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 like this is interesting, and then recently I find it like all those are pretty similar. Um, the only thing that throughout the last few years I still find refreshing is Christmas tree. Because every year Lego release seasonal sets, and all the seasonal sets have Christmas trees in it. And every time Lego figured out a new ways in building Christmas tree, that is something quite impressive. Or maybe it's just me because I find Christmas trees are the one that they keep topping themselves. But some of the furniture is like bookshelves, beds, and sofa. Um, it tends to get repetitive sometimes. Although, um, if you haven't, buy the new 2023 set from the French thing, you should. because there are quite a few um, interior furnitures with some very interesting build. Um, Not like yeah, the 2023 France theme is awesome. If you're interested, you can check out some of my other videos. And if you have, follow some of the IG, Instagram hashtag on Lego Leaks, you might have seen, what's coming next year as well. So, it's not just about, big sets. There's some really cool uh, sets from the regular themes coming out next year. So the challenge would be, how do you find the funds to afford all this? It's not, well, I don't want to sell a kidney or something like that. It's just getting ridiculous. But you know, maybe need to figure out something after finishing the day job and finding an extra job that doesn't require you to use the brain. Just go in, finish the work, and then earn some extra money. Like, it doesn't have to be like professional level earning, right? It can be just minimum wages. That would help a lot, to be honest. So maybe I should get a part-time job at the local supermarket in the evening. I never interested in like working in retail or something like that, or part-time, or cover some of the expenses, because I'm not that strong physically. So working in those places require me to move a lot of heavy stuff. I'm probably gonna hurt myself after a while, um, and then means time off from my proper job, and that's not good. And you know what? I did this on the wrong side, so I have to fix it. See, this is why you don't build Lego when you're just about to go to bed. Uh, Damn, it's like everything I have to remove because all the colors different side. Yeah, this happens, but it just start happening more often and often. More reason for me to get more sleep. Otherwise, something supposed to finish in 10 minutes will take 20 minutes. 20 minutes means I have 20 minutes less sleeping time. Yeah. Since I became a father because of the kids' schedules, and of course the increasingly crazy traffic in Oakland. I just have my alarm set every day at 4:50 a.m. In the past, I tend to have a later alarm for the weekends, but then because of various changes in life, I find that getting up just before 5 give me some more personal time in the morning. Yeah, maybe I should change that a little bit, because I think it actually taking a toll on my well, how should I put it? The problem of sleep depreciation. But the other thing is, I don't usually. I think what happened is that if I try to take a nap because I needed more sleep, I usually fall into deep sleep in the afternoon. If I do that, hence I don't take nap because every time if I've gone into a deep sleep mode in the afternoon and when I wake up, I feel really bad. So that's why I always prevent myself on taking afternoon naps. Okay, so that kind of fit into here. So I have to be careful, not apply too much pressure, so I don't end up breaking the plate below. And soon this bag will be finished, and I can go tidy up and go to bed. Just a bit more, but then still a lot in terms of the overall build. Think it will finish sometime next week at current pace. Because I'm not intent to like spend extra days or hours to get this done earlier, and maybe a few days during the week I might just not touch Lego at all. That's normal, you know. I'm a fan. I enjoy Lego, but at the same time, sometimes I just don't need to build every day. What's this part here? Then use a part or something like that. Just hidden here. It's a very common thing to happen with Lego build, that you spend more than what you expect to find piece, especially a small one. So this one. So what? I don't get it. So what? Anyway, this is supposed to be a vacuum cleaner, I think. It's supposed to stay here, but I don't get how they supposed to. Like this. Here, like something interesting, because the instruction booklet just put it there, but I don't know how they turned that around. I'll just leave it like this and try to figure it out later on. The whole thing about twisting and turning from the instruction booklet kind of disoriented me a little bit. And the burrow is here. Need to close it off. I have to cut the clip here, and I'm just importing the clip into my Mac, and I realized my mic went out of battery in the last 3 minutes of the clip. I can't get it back, and it will be weird to have 3 minutes of dead silence. So I decided to cut the clip. But if you think that you can read my lips, I might decide to upload the remaining 3 minutes of the clip. But unfortunately, um, yeah, I lost the audio and lost 3 minutes of talk. there's might be some interesting stuff there, but it's more like wrapping up. I finished back 7, then I need to go to bed, and I'm really sleepy right now. Hopefully tomorrow or in upcoming videos, I don't end up, you know, having my mic lose my battery again. So yeah, better go to bed now.